really interesting tech from back in the day. Spirit and Peanut, both players that did play that about 4 years ago. So Canyon going to be back to his AP jungler roots. Excited to see how that one's going to go. We'll see how quickly he builds his Trinity Force. All of that synergy to play around. A tough task for Gen G day one. See how they do as we hop onto the Rift.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
So 3 apiece for both teams. Not going to have any Void Mites this time. It's Chovy looking to deliver something to Zeus here. He's burning down. But I don't think it's really going to be a thing that works out. Faker teleports in, collects himself first blood against Kiin. Have to do something. Pressure going to be on, and Chovy is going to answer that call just a little bit here. Fast bomb coming out. Big one going to miss. As Faker gets underneath this turret. He's not out of the woods just yet, though, as Canyon making his way in. He gets smoked. There's a Pop Blossom. Throws Canyon into the sky. Crash down. Going to be avoided there by Faker, who goes the other direction. Finds the snare. The Blooming Burst come down, but Chovy was given enough time. Got the Cyclo Sword as well, going for the build Teddy went for in game number 1. There's All Out coming on in here as they're taking a lot of damage. This time, Gwen not as immune. However, if you don't hit him, decent amount of ammo will have enough for any potential fights that do come up. And secured by Canyon. Pop Blossom finds 3 from Faker, and there's the Flag and Drag as well. The option is Peyz. They're looking for him, and they will be able to get their prize here as now Gen G just running for the hills. Canyon, he should be able to walk his way out because Zeus has other things on his mind. Chovy has to flash to avoid both Zeus and Oner making their way down. Lehends gets to the safety of his turret.
Take another look at the play here. Yeah, look at that. Double or triple knock-up from Faker, and then the immediate double knock-up.
Certainly could be. And okay, Gumayusi in a whole lot of trouble. He does have a campfire, and Chovy losing out. Waiting a little bit. Doesn't have a forward ward to deal with here as Keria just going to play defense, and they're too late. Canyon not going to be able to make it in time. Gets a control ward there just to watch the Baron die. Now trying to canter his way out of here on his pants. He will be able to do so. But Gen G just caught napping a little bit there. That is a very aggressive teleport as Faker doesn't find the Pop Blossom. In goes Kiin, and Faker is now going to be all outed from this fight. Canyon gets his way out, or does he, as Oner does find a Flag and Drag, and Faker is going to be the one to be taken down. Cozy Campfire's in there. This dragon is going to be secured, but now the teleport's coming in. Faker, no Pop Blossom, and there's the Cataclysm. They're trying to just keep them here as Zeus gets into the backline. Chovy makes it to safety, but I don't know whether Peyz is going to be so late. Never mind. He just explodes him. And now Faker's in the pit with nowhere to go. A Gravitum comes down. Moonlight Vigil is going to connect, and Faker, he is so low. A big one to the back of the head from Chovy is going to secure it once again, and Gen G win out in multiple instances. As Keria going to take a little bit of damage here from Kiin, but not too much to worry about. Got a big old zoom out as there's the Cataclysm from Oner. Gets a huge amount of knockups as Kiin now in a different spot. As there's the 3-man Pop Blossom as Faker comes in. He gets exhausted, but it's still enough to get the kill onto Lehends. The whole bottom lane's taken down. Snip, snip, snip goes Zeus. And there's the Flag Drag flash from Oner to secure Chovy. 4 on the ground for Gen G. T1 with the team fight.
And it feels even until it doesn't. Almost a clean ace here. Only Canyon is able to get out with his life. And T1, if they don't win the game at the very least, they are going to do critical damage to the structures. Lands up in a few seconds. I don't think he's going to have the opportunity. And T1, out of a game that felt like it had stabilized, find the first win in this best of 3.
Yeah, well, Canyon's going to try and do it again, but there goes the Nexus. T1! The world champions take down the LCK champions.
Yep, okay, but at the same time, the team fights were won by Faker and Oner.
Yeah, but you don't think that far.
I think I do.
You do?
I do, yeah.
Gumayusi does tend to like being the first guy to play Nila, and I was thinking that this was the other option, is the Kalista, that Keria is instantly going to hover, and there is Senna. And I actually had Senna on my mind, but I thought that Gumayusi, it was going to be the Lee Sin Senna that they have played before.
Yeah.
And then he can
Maokai.
The Maokai.
Yeah, I am not convinced by this Gen G draft, Atlas. From Zeus, who is
fighting. Going all out. Zeus is going relatively low. He can press W for that shield, does do so, gets a whole bunch of his health back, and Kiin has pressed so many buttons, and it has done next to nothing. Does call in the tree, as there's the Dawning Shadow, and first blood goes to Zeus! Oh no! Chovy should be able to get this kill, but I feel like the damage has almost been done. Oh, this is so silly. It's taking them forever! Oh, okay, Zeus will be taken down.
Starting to see why Oner was banned.
Well, Oner is also going to find Chovy face check in this brush. Kick does come back. Faker also going to be delivered an assist. And even Zeus gets an assist on it.
Unfortunately, doesn't do it.
공급했다. 개 멋있다. 나이스. 얘 텔은 잠깐만.
We might get a translation of what he exactly
would be
said.
big, though.
Yeah, okay, Oner going to go in. Not going to be able to steal away the Drake. And now Gumayusi, okay, Nature's Grasp going to come down. Twisted advance to try and push the Neela back. Gumayusi should die here. And they actually use the ultimate beautifully from Canyon. I want that circle to hurt, you know? As Canyon going to be punching Oner away. Finds a Twisted advance now.
No!
Corruption. Oh, the anti-synergy. Doesn't matter.
Well, whereas Genji most definitely did.
Well, there's the Emperor's Divide used defensively here by Faker as Chovy gets on over there. There's the kill to start this one off. Nature's Grasp going to miss onto Oner. They got their target that they were looking for. T1 continuing to push though here as we head towards the mid lane, and Lehends not going to stop this. Looks like Soul Point going to be the priority for Genji, but is sacrificing this inner turret. Red buff now going to be looked at here by Oner, but look at this. It's an inhibitor turret and an inner.
Guys?
I'm going to say almost not worse, as Chovy going to bust a shot Gumayusi away. He has a blast cone there. All out going to be used by Kiin here as he finds Keria. And Keria nowhere to go. Oh, flashes into the wall. That is not what you're looking for. Almost a double kill for Kiin.
So it's great for poke. It's great if you're something like Rengar that deletes people in the first couple of seconds. Oner.
Yeah, he is going to get CC'd forever and die. Let's fake it down to 50%. Oner lurking on a flank angle.
They can push for inhib. Genji needs to force.
Yeah, Zeus just trying to be annoying in that front line. Oner can get the kick into the back line. Empress Divide onto two as well. The Wombo combo's in. Lehends tries to get it done, but there is no Varus. There's no Tristana. And T1 have found yet another one. But Kiin trying to find it. Does get a decent angle, but the Neela is still up and available, and she does so much damage. Lehends trying to get to his base, but once again, it's the T1 team fight. Don't think the game's over.
You simultaneously, you completely kill the front to back.
Watching Varus, watching Varus.
Also does half of Tristana's health. Oh, focus Tristana, he says.
Oner just knows like they had last time, as that's a nice little snare. There's the flash into the backline, finds Peyz. The follow-up just not there though, as Chovy just says goodnight to Faker. And all out coming through once again here as Zeus going down low, but here's an Udyr. Low is a weird term to talk about when it comes to him. Getting lower and lower, Chovy auto-attacking it. And it looks like Genji are a little bit split on the decision. There's the Q from Kiin, it's big! It's Gumayusi, the apotheosis! And T1 will find the team fight. The Baron goes down. Yeah, Canyon manages to get that one. Chovy's still alive as Faker dead once again. And he gets the Baron. That is certainly good news. First death goes over to Canyon as the triple comes in. Genji, there's the Nature's Grasp. Everyone lining up behind the Udyr as the explosive charge does so much to Gumayusi. Dawning Shadow comes in. There is the Udyr going down, I'm sure. As Grand Entrance comes in, they pick off Faker once again. It's a double for Chovy, and Genji may have just found it. They may have found another game as Gumayusi tries as he might, but it's not going to be enough. And Chovy now is on the onslaught. Structures, they bother him, and he is just cutting them down where they stand. 7-2 and 6 on the Tristana. They are not stopping here. First Nexus turret going to be taken down. Explosive charge doing so much damage. Oner and Keria, I just don't think they're going to be able to stop this. As Genji now getting to work on the next Nexus turret. In goes Oner looking for some sort of kick, but doesn't quite find it. Chovy able to take down Keria. And there goes the Nexus. We're going to a third game. And Genji are taking us there. To be sitting in that seat. It was Score for so long. And now Mata going to be taking his place. Of course, Coach Kim out there helping them draft. And of course, all of those head coach duties. Just a little bit of a different look for Genji as far as everything is concerned outside of mid lane and AD carry.
Gonna pick. Because if he picks Maokai again, it would make sense, but it would make me very sad. I want to see something that matches this. And we know he has a deep champion pool, but this is the new Canyon, everyone. He is playing with Chovy. He is playing with, I guess Kiin is also playing a tank. He's playing with Peyz. He knows his place, and it is playing Maokai for the second game in a row.
He is being a tree. You love to see it. Genji, a little bit more stock standard on the composition. Let's see how it goes. We hop onto the rift for game 3.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
His last game was on Udyr as, oh dearie me, that's a flash from Keria. He's still on fire. Hail of Arrows comes down. Lots of flashes coming in. He's underneath this turret, and there is first blood for Peyz. Chovy taking 1 billion damage as we get Keria to move on in here as well. Canyon is going to be fighting against Oner, who is a little bit outnumbered, as Lehends and Chovy moving on in. Scryer's Bloom show exactly what's going on. Ziggin and Zaggin is Oner trying to get himself safe, but it's just not going to work out. Knocked up and destroyed. Canyon going to be able to grab that. He is a tree on a mission. You can't lightning rush out of that one, as Kiin is relatively low, but there is a big old far ahead in farm. That is what she's going to continue to do, as Keria is going to get engaged on. Over the wall goes Canyon, and Keria, I don't know whether he's getting out of this one. The ulti comes in, and Chovy says, thank you so much for our 4th one of the game. 1-0-2 on the Oner as well, as now even Gumayusi has to exit. Look at this gank squad. It's like Canyon and Lehends have been born to play. Chovy just walks forward and says, Oner, you're not going home. You're staying here. 4 versus 3. A magical journey is going to come on through. They're just leaving Gumayusi to die, and he will do so. Chains of Corruption come in. Oner going to try and dash his way out. Has a zag left, but it's the wrong direction still. He will be alive. Fake getting to work here. Zeus going to move on down. Lehends has found a position here as they get a knock up onto Canyon. He's pretty tanky, but Oner now. Oh, he's given a magical journey. There it is. Canyon picks up that kill as Chovy's in trouble. Gets a shield, tries to get out, and he does. Oh my goodness.
It's looking kind of rough in the third games. Chovy.
Bit of a knock up onto Chovy. He's going to return the favor in kind as he flashes on top of Oner, who goes stabby for a little while, and Keria says, let's take a pause. That is going to come in. The curtains are called here by Gumayusi, but he's not finding too many of them. Kiin turns up, and good night, Keria. He's going to pay for his sins. Faker does find the Emperor's Divide. T1 are on the board. They figured it out, but Gumayusi is well and truly dead, and Oner,
he can feel great, and normally you have like, but what if cannon? But it says 80 cannon.
Chains of Corruption. Stabby might need to be employed, as Oner is just going to go down. That is the kill going over to Lehends, I believe, with a tick of Ignite. G doesn't open a lot of doors, as Lehends, speaking of which, is just going to look for Oner here. He is able to dish, dash, and dive away.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Fate comes in. Nature's Grasp comes down as well, as Faker does find the scoop onto Canyon, but he's not exactly the optimal target, as Lehends is slinking away. Zeus finds it. With the last Q, the Shuriken will pick up Lehends there. So his first death of the game. Surprising, to be perfectly honest.
I'm pretty sure there is some bad things about to happen to the T1 members.
Yeah, Oner is just, he's flapping away. Yeah, he realizes that there's nothing he's really going to be able to do about this one. Faker is going to die. Peyz now could be in trouble though, as the Tempered Fate not going to land on top of him, but that's Oner collecting the kill.
It's low, in fact, because they don't have Kiin, and even if they do, he's not building any of his. Keria!
Oh, Keria could just be caught out here, and there he goes. Chovy collects it.
Yes.
But Keria does have Magical Journey. Is going to get a stun down there as well, as Kiin getting shot quite a few times, and there it is. Gumayusi going to lock that one down, and Keria has already dove over the top with these Hex Gates, as in goes Lehends. He finds Gumayusi, who immediately explodes.
Game.
Lehends is flashing in. There's the Tempered Fate. He just moves out of the way of it. Nicely done there to try and keep himself alive. Avoids the ulti from Chovy. He's dead, but he has avoided some stuff, and it looked kind of cool. Yeah. Whether T1 can mount any sort of defense, as in goes Chovy, unbinds the soul, and says goodnight to the cannon. Faker clearing out vision where he can, but I don't think he's going to be able to swoop in and do anything here, as the Belveth has a blast cone available, gets into the pit somehow, and nails it! Okay, all right, Oner. Yes, you have the better smite button, 100%. And you heard the shriek of the crowd here as well. That one gets taken down. Lehends is in a position on the map. It turns out that it was not a position that was very good. for him to be in.
This game is going places, Atlas.
This game is going. That is absolutely true. Chovy is golden, and yeah, he's looking in a bit of trouble. Nature's Grasp to try and save him. Some flashes forward here as he gets a shield, but he is still going to go down, and Oner will possess him now. Looking for some knockups onto Canyon, and starting to unravel a little bit for Genji. Oh my, what?
In this Keria? I guess it's fine.
Yeah, Genji just going to run away from him. There's Chains of Corruption, and he's dead.
Not fine.
No, he's not.
Take it back.
He is not fine.
Okay, they're trying to set up a bait. Oh, they don't want to go, but they do!
There's the flash forward with the quickness. Chains of Corruption comes in, Tempered Fate to buy some space, but Oner is, very close to taking Lehends with him, but he will go down. And now, Chovy diving on forward. Kiin is a brick wall, but he cannot withstand it for too long, with Faker and Zeus having some deadly autos to come on in there. There's the ulti, the sweep comes in from Faker, and he finds the kill onto the Udyr. Lehends has turned up yet again, and Peyz just does so much damage. My goodness, you blink and you lose him. As the Elder is getting very angry. Teleport to come forward as Gumayusi Keria. I don't think they're going to be able to do this by themselves. The rest of their team are dead. And Chovy and Canyon
that it?
To engage onto Genji. See whether T1 can find any sort of way.
20 seconds.
Well, Oner down so incredibly low, and yeah, like you're talking about, it's all about the Elder. You engage onto that, and you just can't really do anything about it. As, a possible pickup onto Chovy, has to flash away. Lehends is going to be taken down. Zeus now with the ultimate ticking. He does fall down, but the Empress Divide comes in. Kiin is just gigantic. It's very difficult to take him down as Canyon's going to be eviscerated. Peyz does a lot of damage, but he needs a frontline, and T1 hold on. Well, this Elder is dead.
It's just gone.
It's really gone. Oh my god, that was so scary. That was so scary. Okay, Empress Divide coming on in here as Chovy gets over the wall. Faker does go into his Zhonya's, but look at even the hail of arrows tearing them apart.
No!
Faker, he gets eaten by the dragon. As now Kiin and Zeus fighting, but Zeus is actually winning out on this one. Yet you can have your Elder buff.
They need to match Zeus. They can't actually do anything. So Faker's dead. So the main wave clearer is gone. So they're going to try and push through mid. Lehends is going to try and stop the backs, but he can't walk in because he can also very easily die to either Cannon or Bel'Veth. There's no Baron buff, mind you, so Genji needs to start an actual fight or poke T1 down. They do have Hextech, Soul, plus Elder buff. Second Elder buff.
Yeah. They don't have Baron just yet. They can back away and get that if they really want to add to it, but Oner could be caught out of position. Peyz with his 1,000,000 items. Raining down the arrows. In goes Lehends once again. There's the Wombo combo. They've taken down the Bel'Veth as well, and I think this is the last gasp for T1. The last one's going to be an ultimate landing from Peyz, which is a pretty beautiful way to end it here, as the last Nexus turret will go down and the Nexus will follow. Genji, after having so much control all game, it was an extraordinarily long one, but they got there in the end. Being able to take down T1.
I was
already
almost
off to a great start as Peyz did.
I was almost the boom damage photo, and these are the type of graphs where I'm like, it's okay. You can do that.
I mean, I was a Lehends voter the whole.
Thank you very much, guys.